نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم نبيا. اللهم ما أصبح بي من نعمة أو بأحد من خلقك فمنك وحدك لا شريك لك فلك الحمد ولك الشكر. اللهم يا رب إنا نسألك خير هذا اليوم وخير ما فيه ونعوذ بك من شره وشر ما فيه. اللهم يا رب إنا نسألك خير هذا اليوم فتحه ونصره ونوره وبركته وهداه يا رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام.
This is how the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would begin his day, praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, acknowledging that the only reason why we are up this morning is because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has willed so. And then we pray for the best that this day has to offer, asking Allah to open for us the gates of guidance, gates of illumination, gates of goods, gates of blessings. And then the Prophet ﷺ would also, generally speaking, would say, Allah, I ask you for the best that this day has to offer. And oh Allah, I seek refuge in you. Protect me from the worst things that are within this day. They say that the first 5 minutes when we wake up, what we do are going to have a great impact on the rest of our day. It's in psychology. Say that the first 5 minutes, our attitude are going to shape up the rest of our day. In the Native American tradition, Native Americans would say that they wake up in the morning. Before you leave to bed, you have to sit, almost the way that most of you are sitting. And then they say you have to rub your fingers against the tip of your thumb, like this way, and hold on it for 5 seconds. And before you get out of your bed, you have to name 10 things that you are grateful for the day. That's an incredible day to wake up. An incredible way of waking up. Wake up when they say, and do this. And as you're doing this, say that you've got to name 10 things that you are grateful for right now. And that is how you begin the day. The reason they say the tips of the fingers, because these are referred to as points of stimulation. They stimulate us. Similar to the way that we do tasbih. But it seems like they take their time more in their tasbih than we do in our tasbih. Our tasbih is very speedy, Gonzalez. SubhanAllah, SubhanAllah, and just really rush through the tasbih. And that really defeats the purpose, because the concern at that point becomes, have I done 31 yet? Or 33? Did I count them right? And did I get it done? And at that point, that really defeats the purpose. But the first thing, when you're speaking of the attitude in the morning, imagine that somebody wakes up and immediately they complain that they have backaches. Oh, my back hurts. Or they wake up and immediately they say, I cannot believe it's already the morning. I haven't really slept anything. Or they wake up and they immediately say, man, that was a short night. I did not get enough sleep. This is the person that has already begun their day by complaining. What is the rest of the day going to look like for them? Versus Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he would wake up and the very first thing that he would do is celebrate life. Alhamdulillah alladhi ahyana. All praise is due to Allah who has given us our lives back. Alhamdulillah alladhi ahyana min ba'di ma amatana. And you immediately start by celebrating life. When, subhanAllah, there was a study done and they found out that the absolutely shortest way to happiness is gratitude. They had a study on people who were happy. Why were they happy? They didn't necessarily have a lot of money or status or any of this. They found out that most of these people were people who were grateful. They were grateful. In the verses recited upon us, the most repeated word was the word shukr. اعملوا آل داود شكرا قليل من عبادي الشكور إن في ذلك لآية لكل صبار شكور. Where Allah وهل نجازي إلا الكفور وقالوا عكس الشكر هو الكفر إما شاكرا وإما كفورا. In all these places, the most repeated word or verb is this notion of gratitude. وقالوا كلمة شكر هي أصلا من أقوال المزارعين أو قالوا أيضا هي من أقوال الرعاة. وقال عندي نخلة شكور وعندي بغلة شكور. He say that the word shakara in Arabic, which means gratitude, or in Hindu and Urdu you say shukriya. He say that initially that word is in reference to either a mule or a tree. What happens? Say that you give it very little water, but in return it gives you a lot of fruits, even though what you have given it is very little. Say عندي نخلة شكور. Say that I have this tree that is so grateful. I give it little water and it gives me so much in return. And that's where in the Quran, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described Luqman alayhi salam, said Luqman was granted wisdom. And the very first step in wisdom is the expressions of gratitude. Being grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Especially when life is good. You know, when we complain and life is good, that is a sign of kufr. That's a sign of kufr. Everything is going well for you. Why is it that when we say Alhamdulillah, not really mean Alhamdulillah? Life is good. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala amazingly in Surah Ibrahim says, وَإِذْ تَأَذَّنَ رَبُّكُمْ لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. And your Lord proclaims that if you are truly grateful, Allah promises, I will increase you. And the question is, increase you in what? Allah promises increase, but the Quran does not tell us increase you in what. So some people have said, if you have money, you thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the money, Allah will give you more money. That may or may not be true. Other people have said, if you are grateful, then Allah will increase you in your sense of contentment. You may not have a lot, but Allah will increase you in contentment. Qana'ah. And they say, that is also possibly true. But then they say, there is a better interpretation for this. They say, and if you are grateful, Allah will increase you in seeing more things that you ought to be grateful for. That is really, really deep. So if you are grateful, Allah will allow you to see more blessings that you have that now you become grateful for. Because sometimes some of us are blessed and we really just don't know how blessed we are. So Allah opens our eyes. You're blessed here and you're blessed here and you're blessed here. And immediately all of a sudden you're just feeling the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And at that point gratitude becomes the shortest, absolutely wallahi, the shortest way to happiness is to be grateful. Is to be grateful. وَقَلِيلٌ مِّنْ عِبَادِيَ الشَّكُورِ. And only a few amongst my servants are truly grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This verse, it said that Umar ibn Khattab was once circumambulating the Kaaba, making tawaf, and this Bedouin is begging Allah, Allahumma ij'alni min al-aqalliyin, Allahumma ij'alni min al-aqalliyin. Oh Allah, designate me, make me amongst the minorities or the few. And it sounded like a very vague dua. So Umar said, come here, wayhak, wa man al-aqalliyun. Said, you keep making this dua and it's just, me not knowing what you're saying is bothering me. You know, some people are like that. It's like, I need to know. So he's making dua and he's saying it with so much sincerity, but Umar can't just get it, what in the world is going. He said, wayhak, woe to you. Man al-aqalliyun. What is this minority that you are talking about that you want to be amongst? And the Bedouin looked at him and he said, Alam taqra' kitab Allah? Have you not read the book of Allah where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَقَلِيلٌ مِّنْ عِبَادِيَ الشَّكُورِ. And few amongst my servants are truly grateful. So he said, oh Allah, make me amongst that few. I don't want to be in the majority that is ungrateful. I want to be in the minority that is truly grateful. In the hadith it said that Abu Dharr came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he said, Ya Rasulullah, awsini. "O Messenger of Allah, give me an advice." And the Prophet ﷺ gave him 9 different advices, but one of them was where the Prophet ﷺ said, "Ya Aba Dharr, انظر إلى من هو دونك ولا تنظر إلى من هو فوقك فإن ذلك أجدر أن لا تزدري نعمة الله عندك." صلوا على رسول الله. So he said, "Abu Dharr, I advise you of the following," he said. "When you consider," he said, "consider those who have less than you do. انظر إلى من هو دونك ولا تنظر إلى من هو فوقك." And do not consider those who have more than you do, lest you belittle the blessings of Allah upon you. When we're constantly looking at people who have more than we do, we're doing comparison. And eventually what happens is that we see what they have and what we don't have. And we become ungrateful inadvertently, that we become ungrateful for what we have because we are seeking that which we do not have, and we forget to enjoy what we already have. So he said, if you must do this, he said, don't look at those who have more than you do, but look at those who have less than you do, and boy, are you going to find out that you are blessed. All have jackets here today? Walk out and some people don't have jackets. They'll be shivering in cold. اسمع كلام النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. That's not only how he began his day, but look at how he ended his day. What does he say? الحمد لله الذي أطعمنا وسقانا وآوانا وكفانا فكم ممن لا مؤوي له ولا كافٍ. All praise is due to Allah, who has given us something to eat for the day. He has given us something to drink for the day. Who has given us shelter to protect us. Who has given us loved ones that care for us. For how many a people tonight went to sleep with no shelter to protect them, no loved ones to care for them. Say that when people are grateful for the essential things in life, these are people who are truly grateful. Alhamdulillah alladhi at'amana. All praise is due to Allah, who has given us something to eat for the day. Saqana has given us water to drink. The number two leading cause of death in the world is people not having access to clean water. People not having access to clean water is the second leading cause of death around the world. So the Prophet ﷺ would go to sleep and he would say, this is how grateful I am. Beginning our day by expressions of gratitude and ending our day with expressions with gratitude. يقول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إن الله لا يرضى عن العبد إذا أكل الأكلة أو شرب الشربة أن يحمده عليها. Allah is truly pleased with the servant of his, or servant, him or her, that when they eat something, when they have a morsel or a bite, when they drink a sip or anything less than that, they express gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is a reminder for myself and for my brothers. Grateful people are happy people. Grateful people, wallahi, are positive people. Grateful people are people that you actually enjoy their company. Wallahi, we enjoy the company of people who are just grateful. Grateful people are not stupid. They're not blind. It's not that they don't see troubles. It's not that they don't see problems. They see it. But they choose to spend their energy and their effort and the time in that which is good. Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam was once walking with his disciples and they passed by a dead dog. And you know what people do, dead dog that really stunk bad, so people covered their noses and they said, ooh, ma anta nariha. It said that it's got like some really, really stinky smell. Isa alayhi salam looked at the dog and he smiled and he said, Subhanallah, ma abyada asnana. He said, how white and bright are the teeth of the dog. So somebody said, Ya Nabi Allah, innahu kalbin mayyit. It's a messenger of Allah, it's a dead dog. We're praising a dead dog. Isa alayhi salam at that point said, رَأَيْتُمْ أَسْوَأَ مَا فِيهِ وَتَكَلَّمْتُمْ وَرَأَيْتُ أَحْسَنَ مَا فِيهِ وَتَكَلَّمْ. He said, you people saw the worst in it and you spoke. And I saw the best in it and I spoke. It is not a matter of who's right or who's wrong. Both were right. Isa alayhi salam was not blind. He was not pretending. But what good would it be to just constantly be a complainer? And brothers, I tell you this, let me warn you. If you go home and all you do is complain, your wife will not like you, your kids will start avoiding you. You know how when we come and say, oh, my back hurts, I had such a bad day. And then we start talking about all of our aches, and we start talking all about my feet, this and my feet. By the way, you may be feeling all of this, but why is it that we share only these things? Why not share? I am so happy to be back. I am so blessed to have you back. Alhamdulillah, we did this. So the point is, positive, grateful people are not blind. They just choose not to spend their effort or time or energy talking about all that negativity. Lest we be of the people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described as, these people are ungrateful. وَهَلْ نُجَازِي إِلَّا الْكَفُورِ. That's why every time prior to us complaining, brothers and sisters, please remember the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon us. We do this, our days just change. The way that we see things change. The way that people around us see us changes. What have we done? We decided that we wanted to enjoy the blessings of Allah. I leave you with this final story. One time I was at, with good, right? Yeah. You said half an hour, okay? Because I don't mind people sleeping, so if you want to sleep, that's perfectly fine. I just ask that if you sleep, please do not snore loudly, because other people are trying to sleep too. So what happens is, I remember one time in the morning, I was walking by, and you see people and you say hi to them, and then there was this elderly African American woman, and she was walking and she just put, we crossed each other's path, and I said, "Good morning, how are you doing?" And to be honest with you, I really didn't mean it. And to be even more honest with you, I really didn't care. I was just being polite. "Hey, good morning, how are you?" But here's what she said. I said, "How are you?" I loved her reaction. She said, I am blessed. But she said it with so much conviction, and she meant it. And wallahi, I envied that woman. I wish I had the convictions that she had. I wish I had the passion that when she said, I am blessed. The fact that I said it very fast, she didn't just say, "Oh, I'm fine." No. She wanted to tell me, I am blessed. I remember I was walking. I had to stop. Because I don't ever remember saying Alhamdulillah the way that woman said, I am blessed. Because Alhamdulillah is not just a cliche. Alhamdulillah is a state of feeling like Alhamdulillah. And when we do that, I think life is much, much, much more beautiful. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us amongst those who are grateful. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the wisdom to be amongst those who are grateful. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us amongst the few, Ya Rabbi. Allahu a'lam, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.